What is up? So today, I already started this video yesterday. I think I might have jinxed myself. Today, we're actually back on the Fat Boy, trying to get it ready for paint. We got it in the booth here. I'm just going through, getting everything set up on the stands securely. I will admit, it's actually kind of nice today because everybody's out with Corona. Ian's not here, which really sucks. Ryan hasn't been around because he has the Corona. So I'm freaking out a little bit. I got to get my test again. But it's like, I hate this stuff because you feel like you have to avoid people all the time. So anyways, let's get this thing ready for paint. All right, we got one last lonely piece to wet sand, then we can hang everything up in the booth and do our final inspection. In the video, I say how it was nice in the shop because everybody got Corona, hasn't been around, so it's been quiet. And then I felt great. And then this morning I woke up and I feel like crap. And I hope it's not like, I hope it is the placebo effect. So I have to go get another test today. We're gonna work for a little bit, and then we're gonna go to CVS and get a Corona test. Today we're gonna go work on a Suzuki GSXS seat. All right, so we're patterning this Suzuki seat. I got rough patterns here, trying to figure out how we're gonna do it because with this insert that we're doing, it slides in here and then hooks around the seat pan. It's gonna be a little bit of a weird area. So I just made a rough pattern. We're gonna pattern it out, stitch some of the stuff together, see how it looks, and then hopefully it looks good. Okay, so as I'm patterning this out, I figure I'd just take a minute to talk to you guys. I know a lot of people have commented how we're always looking for help, and you'll notice that we actually stopped advertising for help because honestly, what we want is not what's coming in. We want some people who love this stuff, eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. Someone comes in, they want to work here, great. If they don't, they don't. So on this one here, for the Suzuki seat, I have to put a French seam in the front just because with this groove cutout thing, we got this really, really crazy front area to deal with. So I'm gonna stitch these pieces together and kind of finish patterning that off and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so you might just think, we're gonna try something a little different. I was watching a cooking video and this guy always like shows their ingredients and what they get and where they get it from and all that stuff. And we're gonna start doing the same thing in some of our videos so people know what we're using, where we're using it from, and why. On this one here, the vinyl that we're using is actually an all sport. The all sport for this one has a grippy one and a non-grippy one. We use a lot of the grippy ones on Ducatis. For some reason, a lot of Ducati riders really like to hug their bike and stick to it. So we'll actually sometimes do a really hard, firm foam, and then we'll also do a grippy material like this so that they're planted to the bike. They usually say that what they like is when they're laying the bikes down around corners, they like to feel every vibration so you know if the bike's cutting out and getting loose. We do that a lot. This customer loves that look, but he didn't want it grippy. So we're doing that. We're also using, for the top stitch here, we're using the Ceraphil thread, and we got that from Josh at Relic Leather. Ceraphil is neat because it's a little thicker and it has a better look. It is like very strandy, so sometimes it's harder putting it through the needles, but the overall look is really, really nice. So we got this sewn up. We're gonna go test fit on the bike. All right, so right now I'm working this little area in here. You can see this piece slides up in here, so we had to make this like crazy little doohickey thing so that there's material going in under. And then afterwards I want to be able to pull it down because we really don't want a lot of area here. And we want to make sure there's no wrinkles, which are going to be tough because we're kind of forcing all this in there. So now I'm going to pattern out the rest of this. Well, I'm going to stitch out the rest of this and see where we go. Trying something different here. I wanted to do a butt seam here, and I usually like to do the butt seams on the seats with 1/4 inch sew foam so it gives it a nice puff, but I can't put any more foam on the top of the seat because I don't want to lift them up, and I don't want to put any more material into the valley in the center. So we're going to try to do this with a one side 1/4 inch sew foam. I guess the worst case scenario is if we don't like it, we already have the pattern, so we just repattern this. Okay, now we're going to test fit it and then top stitch it. Okay, so I'm doing the final test fit. Pull a little bit tighter and get rid of the wrinkles, but I think this is going to work. Got the cover on. Well, not the cover on. The cover ready to go on, but I have to go get my COVID test. I'll be back. Okay, we're doing the test fit here, and it's actually the preliminary rubber. It's actually fitting pretty good, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put it on here. Okay, now that that centerpiece is painted, I'm gonna have to let it sit. Probably won't be able to put it in until tomorrow. You know, before I go and sew up this stuff and end this video, I just wanted to say, the reason a spray booth is empty is because you paint stuff, there shouldn't be anything in here. So now I'm coming in to paint the bike parts, and I got a car that I have to paint, and now I have to move all this out of the booth. Ryan thinks because there's a clear space, that means he could just put his junk in here. But wait, it doesn't stop there. We got a new guy coming in who's gonna be doing all of our videos and stuff like that, and marketing hopefully, and hopefully likes it and does well, because I suck at this. I'm moving my office back to hell over here, and I cleared it, we had it all cleaned out. And then I come in and someone set up a table and has all their C10 parts all over it. I don't think Ryan watches these videos, so breaking his stones probably isn't gonna help. Actually, we're gonna set this back area up too. Here's the back area. It looks kind of sketchy, but I think what we'll do is, this will be like the party room with a peephole, evidently. And I also still have some of my stuff over here still. The famous helmet. Ooh.